is up, guys? I'm here today with a live reaction to Goblin Slayer episode 9. And before I get into this episode, just last episode seeing, of course, what Goblin Slayer was dead, but he, of course got resurrected because of the, ritual they did on him and whatnot. Freaking heck, man. I'm so happy he's alive though, because I was like, yo, did they just kill this man? Like, why would they just kill him off like that? But yeah, you know what? Let's jump right into this, guys. Oh yeah, the mirror. I forgot all about the mirror. Exactly. I would never have touched the mirror. Imagine you fell into it or something like. The green moon! Is that supposed to be the green moon? Because that's like the goblin's home and whatnot. So are they're coming from the mirror? Yo! So if we find that person, we can, destroy him? What the heck? So they literally have a mirror here that someone's going into and bringing these goblins, teaching them stuff, giving them weapons and all that crazy stuff, teaching them how to, build ships and all that good stuff. And then they come here and then they take it out on us and kill us and do bad things to us. Did she hear something? Oh, look! Look, they're coming strong! How many is that, like 100? No breaks anytime soon? Is Goblin Slayer going to use that to... I mean, if you think about it, if we just destroy the mirror, I think things would be... But then again, who knows, right? Who knows the consequences for destroying the mirror? What's in my pocket? Also, I was told this was a Lord of the Rings reference. Now, it's been so long since I last watched Lord of the Rings. I barely remember that. Like, I didn't even know at the time until you guys brought it up. Then I started thinking, I was like, oh, yeah! With the freaking, what's it called? The reference and whatnot, what's in my pocket? Yeah, but it's been so long since I watched Lord of the Rings, so at the time I really didn't understand it. I do plan though, to rewatch all those movies, like Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, and of course Harry Potter, because I do love, those type of series, like those fantasy-esque and whatnot. Even though Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, I'm not saying they're the same series or same writer or anything, but I just like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. And like I said, it's been years, 5 years, maybe even 6 years since I last watched. But let's go, man, let's go. So it's good to see that the author is really into D&D and Lord of the Rings. That proves that a lot of things that have happened here are Lord of the Rings based as well. There's, of course, one thing that I've also looked at, of course, the dwarf and the elf, how they argue and whatnot. It's kind of similar, to Lord of the Rings as well. Unless dwarves and elves have, problems, in lore, in this fantasy lore, do they have problems? Or is it just, he was trying to base it off Lord of the Rings as well? I don't know. But, like I said, if anything, there's a lot of things here that are Lord of the Rings based as well. That's pretty cool, though. I like seeing things like shows that have references and it makes sense to the series, and it, it matches the characters and the references make sense. You just understand it, just like how JoJo has the, music references, Gintama, the different anime references and whatnot. Oh, we gotta fortify? How are we, they're obviously coming real slow because we were able to build this fort and everything. Oh, look at that. Now, I think she's, what's it called? PTSD kind of thing? Because we could have lost our lives last time. Good, good, good. We have to save our stuff. Yo, it's all about, you know, saving our spells and shit, like being smart with it. Let's do it. Look at this one goblin with his, like, hair, like, I don't know, maybe a scar, I don't know. You saw it coming down like that. What the heck? Oh, wow, so they're killing them with the rocks. Like, is that even killing them? Oh, this is brutal. Look at their faces, like, being smashed up and stuff. There's so many of them. Nice. She's good. And those are poison arrows as well. Look, they don't even care they're killing their own allies. He's adorable? What? Freaking Bones? It's Bones. How's that adorable? That's pretty cool. Oh, look! Only one left, though. Nice shot. Yo, we're really causing damage, though. I'm not gonna get to... Yo, after the last 2 episodes ago, I'm so scared for the team as well. Look. He's like, I didn't forget you. You took out my eye. You got this? Perfect! Yo, his eye has that red light to it. Like the red effect. We took them out. Good job, team. Now what do we do with the mirror? Oh, I see what they did there. They were gonna take the thing down, so they put the mirror above them so everything goes inside of it. Is that what they did? Wait, no, it doesn't look like that. Yes, that is what they did. Because everything would go in there. Exactly. The goblins, really? What the heck? Why'd she do that? Oh, look, the maiden. Thank you. You just guessed? Exactly. Mm. That's true. Like, he's bringing up some good points. Oh man. He doesn't care. Look at that. He's so smooth with it. If you tell me, I'll listen. Just like that. If you tell me, I'll listen, but I don't really care. You know, kind of like that. Exactly, that's big risk right there. We have to get rid of it. So her whole thing is she wanted to present like the evil of like the goblins, like how bad and dangerous they could be. That's kind of like Goblin Slayer's situation, but he doesn't care if people know how evil they are. He just wants to eliminate them. You know what I mean? A lot has changed actually. Yo! I'm not gonna save you, but I'll kill the goblins. I cherish you. Yo, Goblin Slayer, I don't know how he does it, man. I don't know. I need to take notes. That was a pretty deep conversation they were having over there. Because it's like, you see, the whole thing with Goblin Slayer. That was fun. Yeah, the mirror was pretty expensive as well, but still, who knows, you know? Is he sleeping? The cannery? He was awake? You can't even tell with him, man. Take off the helmet. Take it off, man. Look! Drinking! Sleeping! Helmet! Of course, when he hears ice treats, he wants to join in. Look at this, we're putting our ideas together to make ice treats. She knows she wants some. She knows she wants some, man. Yo, this was a good episode, you know, after, like, we did get our action with, like, kicking goblins' asses and whatnot, like, you know, the fights with the goblins, but then we also did get more about, like, the Sword Maiden, like, her character and whatnot, and, like, her overall motive and how she was connected with all of this. Her thing was, she wanted to show people the dangers of goblins. Because let's really think about it, right? In this whole series, it's been presented that people don't really, you know, they don't fear the goblins, or like, honestly, the only people who really fear the goblins are the ones that encounter the action, like that go through like what the goblins put them through, you know what I mean? Only those people really fear the goblins and like what they're capable of, while others, they're like, oh wow, this is just a level 1 creature, they don't do much, you know, they're not too scared because they've never encountered that situation. And when we see this episode with how the Sword Maiden, she's, you know, we did know that she's been through an encounterment with the goblins where they got her, and you know, of course, like, she barely made it out of there, but she managed to make it, and that has always scarred her. Like, this is what we're seeing this episode, like, this has been something that really scarred her, and because of that, she wanted to show people the dangers of the goblins. That's why the mirror was there, and it was being protected and whatnot. And you know, I just love how Goblin Slayer handled the situation, you know, because it's like, she's like, oh, what are you gonna do with me? And you know, like, honestly, if it was me, what would you have done? Let's be honest. Like, Goblin Slayer, like, if he was someone else who wasn't just a Goblin Slayer, they would have probably, you know, sold her out to the country or something like that, tried to get her to go to jail, you know, something along those lines. But Goblin Slayer, he said, you know what, you're suffering and going through all this, man, like, I don't really care. I'm not gonna do much because you're not a goblin, you're a normal person, and my job is to slay goblins, you know what I mean? If it was someone else, they would have probably slayed her or something like that, you know what I mean? But he's like, no, my job is just to slay goblins. I don't care what you're doing and whatnot, but if it refers with goblins, I'm gonna slay the goblins, you know what I mean? She goes to him and she's like, can you save me? And he's like, no, I can't save you. Literally, like, I'm not gonna save you. But if you're ever in a situation where goblins are around, just call me. I'm a call away, and I'll get rid of them, even in your dreams and all those moments. And the way Goblin Slayer just initiated that, it was so smooth. Because it was like, it's to a point where the way he says it's like, yo, wow, he knows what he's doing, man. Like, no wonder the ladies are on him. Especially the ones that he is able to open up to, and they can understand his personality and whatnot. Because others, they just think of him as a weirdo, but once you really get to see his personality and how he is, he's like a badass, he's cool, you know, you want to get to know more of him. And then, you know, the Sword Maiden goes to say, I cherish you at the end. I thought she was going to say, I love you, but, you know, I cherish you, love you. It's kind of the same thing, right? Same lines, I don't know. But really enjoyable episode, just seeing the dynamic of the Sword Maiden, and, you know, just, of course, learning about this mirror that was the gateway leading these goblins into here and whatnot. And, you know, it makes you think, is that the only one? Are there more mirrors like this leading to the Green Moon, allowing goblins to come here? And we do, like, you know, what's been presented these past episodes lately is the fact that once a demon lord is defeated, things are going to get better. Even the Sword Maiden mentions it, and I feel like that's the main objective kind of thing. Because once that's done and taken care of, then it's like, you know, like, you can see the series is kind of shifting to like, okay, yes, I know, like, goblins are serious and you still want to slay goblins and whatnot. We do know Goblin Slayer is strict with goblin slaying and whatnot, but it's also going to a point where it's like, but there's another bigger problem that is the cause of this problem kind of thing. That's how I'm seeing things happening right now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, you're amazing, yo. Peace out.